Hi and welcome to SimSmart's online sessions. If you like our videos, please do subscribe and support us. So in this session, let's see a few petal strokes and leaf strokes and different types of strokes how you can easily do. This time I took white and red. This is another stroke. It's a petal stroke. So from one end, I'm twisting the brush and stopping at the other end by lifting the brush. Then you get that sharp end. This is very important. Practice this really well. You should get that sharp end on the other side. Press, twist. It's like a 1/4 of a circle. Twist, lift and end it. See? I'm going very slow so that you'll be able to see it properly. Practice this really well. It will take a while, but try to do it again and again. Press, twist, lift and end. Remember these 4 points and make sure you get a very nice and neat sharp petal. So you try to do in all the directions, not just in one direction. Once you're perfect with one side, try to practice in other directions as well. And not only a smaller petal, try to do a thinner petal, a wider petal, different sizes. With this size brush, you get this size petals only. So depending upon the size of the brush also, your petal sizes can be varied. So we have taken this 10 size brush. So you get a bigger petal, but you can make it wider and wider. See, now I have made us half a circle petal, semicircle petal. So practice this. Once you're perfect with that, then go ahead with another type of petal. Lift, go up, then twist, then come down, straight only with the tip. That sharper end is important. So from the tip we are going to start. Here we are going not pressing directly. This time we are going down and then pressing and then lifting again only with the tip. So it's a tip, then pressing again with the tip we are going to end. So using the tip, a sharper end, then we are pressing and then twisting, and then only with the tip again we are making another sharper end. So this is mainly used for roses. So try to learn this really well. This is the second type of a stroke for petal stroke. Try to learn this in all directions as well. So only the tip first, then press it, twist it, again with the tip you end it. No specific terms for this. These are just my terms so that you'll understand it better. Try to do that way. So you can get a smaller and thinner one also. It depends upon the way you do it. If you want a wider one, you can make a wider one. You want a thinner one, you can make it a thinner one. Now, this is the next stroke that we are doing. I'm just pressing, and as I'm coming to the corner, I'm just lifting it. This particular stroke will be used for leaves. Press, twist and release. From one end we are going to start. Take it little bit down, then we press and then little bit down again. So let's do that again with the tip, then press, then end it with the tip. You can see there is a nice leaf shape. So now you try to do in all the angles. Just not in one direction, try to do in many directions. You can directly press it also. Instead of initially using the tip, directly press and release it. That gives another shape. You can get different shapes with different types of pressing and liftings. So once you're perfect with this particular technique, try to do in all the directions. This gives out really nice and beautiful leaves. You can use it for petals also, not just leaves. For thinner petals also you can use it. See, I have changed the direction. The more you press, the wider leaf or petal you get. The less you press, you get thinner leaves. So that totally depends on you or the picture that we are doing it. There you go. That's a very nice, beautiful leaf shape. So you can take a combination of green and yellow or a dark green and light green for the leaves. And if you want for the petals, depending on the flower, whichever color you want, you can use it for the petals. If you want, you can just draw a line in the middle. It's totally up to you. Anyways, as I told you, the more you press, the wider petal or a leaf you get. The less you press, you get a thinner and a longer one. So practice them in all the directions. As I told you, don't just stick to one direction. Practice them in all the directions. And the more you twist, that also gives you a different look to the petal or leaf, whatever you're doing. You can see the first ones that I have done are so thin. Now as I'm doing, they're becoming wider and wider. The reason is, I'm pressing it more, that's it. So initially don't press, start with the tip, then press and release. You should get that hold of the hand, whatever you're doing. So try to practice all of these different types that we have learned. The first one is a nice petal shape one, a triangular petal shape one. In all the directions also you practice. That's the reason I'm writing it as A and B. That shows you different directions. Don't just stick to one direction. And then the second type, as I told, it will be used for roses. So that also in different directions you try to learn. And the third one is the leaves or thin petals. Those also in all the directions you learn, and try to make it thicker, thinner and everything. Once you're perfect with that, we'll learn a simple flower. So for the flower, first I'm drawing an outline and keeping a midpoint. Keep the outline as light as possible, then divide it. Divide this into three petals, and with the help of the outline, you try to do it in between that. Initially this will help, but later on you need not draw all this. You can just, without the outline only, you can just do it. One stroke painting is the fastest type of painting with nice and very beautiful shading. So you're seeing the first type of petal that we have learned. The same thing I'm doing in 3 different directions, and I'm making sure I'm getting a very nice, beautiful petals. And I left little gap between the petals. It's up to you. You can keep it that way, or you can overlap the petals also. Not only 3 petal flower, you can do a 5 petal flower as well. All you got to do is draw outline first, circle outline, then divide the inside ones with small lines, and then do the petals the way you learned. So this is another one that I'm doing. The same thing, the same technique that we have learned previously, the 5 petal one. But I'm making sure I'm nicely drawing an outline. As I told, initially draw an outline so it becomes easier for you, but later on don't do it. So each petal, make sure you end it really well, sharp and neat. Keep loading your brush if the paint is getting over. Make sure you load it really well so that at a time you can complete one flower with the same paint that is there. So that is how beautiful your flower looks like. The first one, the dark blue, is not visible, so I'm adding a little bit again. You can overlap it. If one petal doesn't come out well, you can overlap it again over that. So the same thing. Now instead of 5 petals, we are doing 3 petals with the same white and blue. The same technique. I'm just doing it again and again so that it will become easier for you to understand. But you also try to do as many flowers as possible till you really get it perfectly. And as I told you, you can use any colors. It's not just white and blue or white and red. You can use any colors of your choice. Make sure you practice them really well before you move on to the next session. If you have any doubts, you can ask me in the comments below. And I'll see you in the next session, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye.